Listening is a very important part of communication, but what's the difference between hearing and listening? Hearing is a physiological activity. Sound waves travel through the auditory canal, vibrate the eardrum, and send a message to your brain, but hearing is passive. Listening is different. Listening is active and complex. To listen, you must do 4 things. First, you must be mindful. Second, interpret the information, respond, and remember. There are 6 main types of non-listening. The first, pseudo-listening. Pseudo-listening is pretending to listen. Pseudo-listening is when your mom asks you to vacuum the driveway, but you're too busy texting to really understand what she's saying. Pseudo-listening happens in class. You act like you're listening to the teacher, but you're actually amping up your vegan dessert board on Pinterest. The second is monopolizing. Monopolizing is hogging the mic. Instead of focusing on what someone else is to say, you are constantly waiting for your turn to talk. Monopolizing can be compared to the common board game Monopoly. In this game, your goal is to control the board, similar to how someone might try to control the conversation. Monopolizing happens when someone steals your story. You were trying to tell them about your chemistry exam, but somehow they're going on about their 4 exams and 2 papers due this week. The third is selective listening. Selective listening is listening selectively or choosing what you want to listen to. Selective listening happens when your mom gives you the sex talk for the 10th time. The fourth is defensive listening. Defensive listening is being offended when no harm was intended. Defensive listening happens when someone says, "You look really nice today," but you get upset because you thought you looked that good every day. The fifth is ambushing. Ambushing is listening carefully for the purpose of attack. Ambushing is not waiting in a bush to physically attack the enemy, but rather waiting to verbally attack. Ambushing happens when you're called in for an investigation of a murder. They twist your words around, only to discover that you buried the body near Malfunction Junction. The sixth type is literal listening. Literal listening is when you take everything literally. In literal listening, you understand the content, but ignore who it's coming from or what they are implying. Literal listening happens when your friend invites you to a party and you say you'll bring a Capri Sun. You understand the content level, that there's a gathering, but you fail to understand the relationship level, that it may not be a Capri Sun type of event. So remember, if you want to be a good listener, be mindful, interpret the information, respond, and remember.